same neighborhood. Now we're supposed to be so much in love, but it's not gonna work if you don't treat me good. Treat me good, treat me good, treat me, treat me, treat me good. Yeah, that's what I like. Oh yeah, treat me good, treat me good, treat me, treat me, treat me good. Just do what's right. For quite some time, I've noticed a change in your personality. We fuss and fight more than we ever did. It just seems like we always disagree. I need someone who's always there for me. Someone who loves me unconditionally. Someone who's gonna treat me good, treat me good, treat me, treat me, treat me good. That's what I like. Treat me good, treat me good, treat me, treat me, treat me good. Just do what's right. Treat me good, treat me good, treat me, treat me, treat me good. Yeah, that's what I like. Treat me good, treat me good, treat me, treat me, treat me good. Just do what's right. I don't need for you to stone and decide to quit. I don't need you to beat my ego every chance you get. I don't need your promises that you never keep. I don't need crying myself silently to sleep. I don't need you to pretend that I have your heart. I don't need you doing nothing more than playing a part. I don't need you embarrassing me around my peers. I don't need when I need help you never come. I need someone who can treat me good.
So can we talk?
Yes.
Okay, we got it.
Hey, y'all. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Ouch Girl Show. I wasn't here last week, and I was a little bit under the weather, but I am here, y'all. And I have some amazing, intelligent queens today, like I always do. Y'all know I never falter at all with the women that I bring on my show. Ouch Girl. So I welcome you all. I thank you that you are tuning in. Even if you tune in later, still thank you, thank you, thank you. So once again, welcome to the Ouch Girl Show. I hope everyone's day started out as blessed and prosperous as mine. So anyway, I have an amazing sister here with me, Crystal Hollingsworth.
Yes.
I got that down packed. And Miss Crystal has some good stuff to talk about. Now she's talking about life insurance, creating generational wealth, and so forth. And you know, people that know me know that I was in life insurance for a long period of time. Well, a decent period, but I learned a lot. And during that time, being a life insurance broker and the other things that I did, I learned how other ethnicities and so forth, how they created their. I was like, oh, you can do that. And once I learned, I was like, oh. I said, oh, so that's how them kids got. I said, oh, that's how y'all keep that money in there and nothing don't get touched. And that's how it grow and just grow and grow and grow. And you still pay the same amount that you paid when you first started your. It is amazing. Do you hear me? So she gonna drop us a little bit of knowledge on, once again, life insurance and creating generational wealth and the differences between the term and the whole and the universal, because there's so many index. Yeah. It's a lot. And but it's good stuff and it's knowledgeable. And just please know, when you do life insurance, it's not just to cover, oh, when I pass away. No. Like we said, it creates generational wealth. I mean, covering babies and then making sure they cover, and it's so affordable at that time. I'm just telling y'all, and I learned a lot. I have twin boys, and when they was little, and every year I used to file, you get your tax money back, you get your $5,000 or $6,000 back. I did stupid stuff, y'all, and I could sit there and sugarcoat the dumbest things when I should have took that money and invested in my babies and made sure they had life insurance, and I paid it either a year ahead up or whatever because I had enough money, and that. So then now that they're 22, but they're in the Navy and Army, but now that they're gone, they would have had so much set up for them, my babies. But they good. So
that's awesome. That's awesome. You know what? I can leave. I can leave. She has a cover.
You gotta go
but
with
no.
that. You gotta go
yeah,
with that.
yeah.
So
yeah.
so I'm introducing Miss Crystal Hollingsworth, and we talking about creating
generational wealth and
all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the importance of life insurance. And I always say, for me, that I've been in now for about a decade and super excited. And if I can just give my background really briefly, I started off in corporate America, and I actually never ever wanted to do financial services. This wasn't anything I ever thought I wanted to do, knew I was going to do, but I ended up doing it out of desperation.
Yeah.
I came out of corporate America.
Yeah.
I did network marketing, had this nice title, but no money. So I went to the mortgage industry, did it for about 2 years. The industry spit me out flat broke, and I said, okay, I need to do something. So I had a good friend of mine came to me and said, well, listen, what about getting your life insurance license? And I said, no. I don't want to do it.
I'm not doing that. I don't like people telling me no.
Yeah, exactly. So he said, well, Crystal, listen, we give you the people to talk to. And I said, well, you can't get any better than that. Let me go ahead and get started. Okay. And especially when my account was on zero. Let's do it.
It's negative.
Negative. So I got an auction letter from my house. And I said, you know what? The company I was writing for, just it wasn't. They were putting everybody in whole life policies that were young and healthy for about $8,000-$10,000. You pass away, $8,000 or $10,000 is not going to do anything for your family. So I couldn't align myself with that company. So I ended up calling my personal agent, Mr. Anthony Stewart, in 2003. He said, Crystal, come and do this business. And I said, I want to help people. Long story short, here's what I always say. There's our plan and there's God's plan. And what I've realized is our plan does not make a difference, because here I am in financial services and life insurance, and I love it. And it's just a blessing. I always say that I am here to, I'm on a crusade to correct an injustice.
Yeah.
In injustice to save middle America, because middle America, one, oftentimes are underserved, misinformed, and just get bad information.
And that's true.
Get bad information. And so we're in churches, civic organizations, we go to sororities, fraternities, everywhere you want us to be. We will be your show here, sharing information, because life insurance, and especially in our communities, we go, it's not for me. It's for the people I leave behind. Let me just get the cheapest kind I can get and be done with it. And you couldn't be any further from the truth. It is a wealth building tool. It's a wealth building tool. There's so much. If you understand the power, the purpose, and the tax advantages behind life insurance, you would jump on it. You would not get the cheapest kind you could get. You would get it, and you would overfund it. You would put as much as you could inside of it, because it's completely protected in certain kinds of life insurance. If it's structured properly with the proper use of loans and withdrawals, that money grows in that account completely tax-free. It's protected from creditors, protected from probate, protected from lawsuits. Everything. And it's awesome. And now they have insurance where there's living benefits on it.
Yes.
Right?
I know about that.
The living benefits on it. Absolutely. And so these tax advantages are for universal life policy. So let me just share this. Let me back up a little bit. We get excited. We're so passionate. We're so passionate. But exactly, especially when you know what it can do.
Yep.
And when you see, as you say, other ethnicities, other communities taking advantage of it in a way that we are not.
Yes.
And once we share the information with you, we can't make you do it, but once you get it, the onus is on you. And since it's a Sunday, hello somebody, we don't want to just be a hearer of the word. We want to be doers of the word. Yes. And so the information that we're sharing here today, you actually want to get in contact with me. If I can I share my phone?
You're going to do all that at the beginning and the end.
Okay, got it. Get in contact with me. And let's sit down. Let's do a consultation. And the first sit down is really just exploratory to find out. It's no pressure, no commitment, no obligation, but you owe it to yourself to at least get the information. That's and again, right. What you do with it is up to you. But at least you can't say you didn't know. And the rules of money, the game of money, all the rules are already set. So you can't get mad at anybody else if in the end game you're stuck with paying more taxes than you should.
Yes.
Or that you're not comfortable financially, because the information is out here.
It is.
You just need to position yourself like other people and then take advantage of the tax loopholes or the tax advantages that you can get inside of life insurance.
I'm all speechless and stuff because, I mean, she just told it all right there. I mean, you know, she got products and stuff and some more things to go over. But y'all got to understand this is real. It's not just talk. And, you know, and I do see people, they just turn the side on. They be like, oh, yeah, insurance. No, I got that. I'm covered because they don't want to be bothered. Y'all, it is so real in these streets. It is so real in livelihood period for you, your children, your kids. Mm-hmm. That's how serious that it is. And it's not like, and when she say invest as much as you can, seriously, you can start off with a policy for a newborn at 15 days. 15 days of age. And I always tell people, when I learned it, I was like, what? And the way how a lot of kids are dying on these streets, it is best to insure the babies when they're first born. They're healthy, they're here. Insure them. Insure them. I mean, to the point where $30, $40 a month, and you can turn your head and do that and not even think about it. Yeah. And that's why I'm telling you, even with the single parents, with that money that you get every year for your taxes, you know, when you get that money back, you can take it and be like, here, let me pay up that insurance for 6 months. Let me pay for it. It is so important. And the way that money builds is sick, y'all. Mm-hmm. I mean, the way the charts look, and I can go all into it.
No, it does. Awesome. It really does. And if we're honest with ourselves, we all waste about $100 a week. Beauty supply, eating out, if you smoke, if you drink. I mean, we can find the money. Yeah. We can find the money. And oftentimes what we want to do is we don't want to use new money. Mm-hmm. We want to go in and we want to see where you're already spending your money. Are you contributing to your 401k or TSP on your job? Are you contributing to an IRA? Do you have some bonds? Do you have some CDs that aren't keeping up with the rate of inflation? Or where's your money going? Is it going to TGI Friday or Levi Happy Hour? Or where's it going? Okay, and we have some guests in here. Yeah, but where's your money going? So when we find that money, then now we can just redivert that money and put it into a program. And again, where you're not going to be taxed in the end game.
It's serious.
And so, yeah, absolutely. And so the two battles that you have to overcome when saving, you have to make sure that you win that tax battle and then you win that inflation battle. And we have products that can help you do it.
They do.
They can help you do it. And she's right. When your baby is born, 15 days old, you can get a policy on that child and it can start to grow cash value, tax-free.
I've seen it.
Right? And then when the child goes to college, you have money. And then you're not struggling, trying to figure it out. And but we just have to do it. And we just have to get the information. And again, I did a presentation for a school on Thursday, and I had some parents and teachers in there, and I'm sharing this information. And I always get surveys or response forms or information sheets that come back to me. I can follow up with you. Some did, some didn't. And I said, well, you know what, let me just share this because I can't force you to do anything. Some people say that knowledge is power, but I would say that's not true. Applied knowledge.
Do you hear me?
Applied knowledge is power, because if you have 3 birds sitting on the fence and one decides to fly away, well, how many do you have? Well, the average person would say, well, you know, you have 2. No, you still have 3. Just because one decided to fly away doesn't mean it actually took action and did it. So you still have that 3. So you have to take action. Action changes lives.
You're right.
Right? So we have to, put those babies, get the coverage on them. Get the coverage on them early.
Yes.
Before, in our communities, before they catch a charge. I'm being real.
But she's being
real.
That's why I said that.
Yeah, before life happens.
A lot of people losing their babies.
Their
children
silly, gun violence.
Things. It's just a lot of things.
You know, charges. You know, childhood diabetes. I mean, there's a lot that will now deem them uninsurable.
Yes.
That would deem them uninsurable, and so make sure that you protect your babies early.
And she's totally right. And then even when she said a lot of the insurance policies that they have living life benefits, and those are wonderful because if you get one of these policies and while it's growing, and if something happens like not a terminal illness, but
critical.
Thank you.
Critical illness. Yeah, she's good. We're about to get your license back.
No. So then I'm playing. It's awesome. It's awesome. Yep. So no, the critical illness is awesome because you can take a certain amount, and I don't think you get. I don't think. It's
No.
See y'all.
Yep.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Sorry,
awesome. And no, you're good.
I want you to go over after you get done. What you about to say? To let them know the I guess the top 3 or main insurances that are beneficial, or what you think. Your opinion.
Okay, my opinion. Okay. I'll offer some considerations.
Thank you.
Okay, got to be,
I'm trying.
Yeah, for opinions. A lot of people, I don't need your opinion.
I know.
But just I'd like to offer some considerations.
Thank you.
If you're healthy enough and if you can qualify, I personally would recommend Index Universal Life because the tax laws are geared towards universal life, not whole life.
Right.
The tax advantages are, now they all pay out the death benefit.
They do.
Tax-free, but the Index Universal Life is the policy where you can actually get the stock market gains without suffering any of the losses. You don't have the management fees that you have on your TSP or your 401ks, your 403bs, your 457s. You don't have any of the management fees. And again, you don't have to worry about the volatility of the market. So just sat down with a husband and wife last year. They had $800,000 total in their TSP, a little over.
TSP.
Thrift savings program, for government employees.
Yes.
Okay.
I used to work with government employees. That's why I sound familiar.
Absolutely. Yeah, we do the Black in Government Conference.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And so roll that money over, and he's 70. He was sharing that in 2008 when the market took almost a 40-point hit, it was 38%. He lost $100,000 in it overnight.
And that's his money that's being saved that he's putting into.
Yeah.
That he works hard to put into.
Yeah, and there's some match, but that his money in overnight, 24 hours, he lost $100,000. He had to work another 10 years just to break even, not even to make more than that. So sometimes those losses hurt us more than the gains help us. But again, 2008, the market took a drastic dip, and a lot of people lost money in the market. But guess who didn't? Any of our clients that had money in your Index Universal Life policies didn't lose anything. Nope. And so that is, and I do a lot, it says the power of zero. In that case, your return on your money is either only 0 or either 2% inside of life insurance, but that's when 0 is your hero. Yeah. Because you rather keep your money, that 38%, and then versus losing it. And then when the market turns around, now you start to gain again. Absolutely. We just have to get the message out here, which is the key. And again, if you're watching the show, you can't say you didn't know. You can't say you didn't know. But to your point about the living benefits, how many people do you know that had a heart attack, didn't die, or stroke, didn't die, cancer, didn't die? So what happens to the quality of your life? So it totally changes. And so what we know is hospitals. Okay, so we have a young lady in here that is doing real estate. You guys can't see her, but and I was a loan officer. Well, we put some people into, different loans, but I would say that the majority of the foreclosures did not happen because they were put in bad loans or stated loans. It was because there was a loss of income in that household. There was a loss from either death, disability, or either untimely illness and injury, and now there's an income being pulled from that home, and you have one person now taking care of all the bills, where typically it's a 2-income household, and what happens? You lose the house. And think about what it does to children. So if you're a child in that household, and let's just take dad away because statistically men die first. Okay, so now you have mom. Mom is, trying to figure out all the bills. 9 times out of 10, mom's going to have to sell that house because she can't maintain it all by herself. Right. So then mom's not going to meet the kids at the bus stop like she normally does because, again, she's working 2 jobs trying to maintain. So you sell the house, and now go to another neighborhood. You go to another neighborhood, the schools may not be as nice as the neighborhood you came from. And so the child in another neighborhood, they already lost dad. Mom is gone because, again, she's working 2 jobs. It has such a detrimental effect on children, and people never consider that. So there's this domino effect that when we don't have our affairs in order, what happens to the children? Yes. Yeah, and so then there's the counselors in school that have to deal with children with the issue. And I'm trying to tell you, it's like this ripple effect. Awesome. So let's put our affairs in order. So critical illness. Think about this. Okay, so I had a client, and I'll share this. God, time is going by fast.
I know,
but
so much information.
It really is. I have to come back. But there's a gentleman. He's a barber, and he worked for FedEx, and he's a barber. So we sat down together, and he got a program. 46 years old. Only thing he had was diabetes, under control. So within 11 months of having his policy, he called me. He said, "Crystal, can you explain those benefits to me again?" And he was diagnosed with colon cancer in 11 months. And so turns out, because it was in the first 2 years, they take a look at it, make sure you didn't lie on your application. Right. Yep, everything was clean. And so he actually was on chemo. FedEx offered him 40% of his money for disability. Now, you know we need every penny that we get for our bills, but FedEx only offered him 40% of the 100% that he needed. So then, because he's a barber, he couldn't work anymore because he couldn't stand behind a chair. He's doing chemo, he's sick. So for 8 weeks, he was out. And the company actually offered him $14,000. They offered him initially $27,000. He only had the policy for 11 months. $27,000 out of it. And, but I told him, I said, do me a favor. That's a surrender value, which means that you're going to surrender your policy. He said, well, Crystal, I'll just apply for another one. I said, no, you have cancer. You're uninsurable. Take the second offer. They gave him $14,000. So that $14,000 tax-free money carried him through the 8 weeks, got him caught up on bills he was already behind on, and he was able to pay his mortgage, because guess what? Whether you have cancer, heart attack, stroke, Lou Gehrig's disease, whatever happens to you, your mortgage company or your rental office, they don't care. Your finance company want that money for the car note. You still have to eat. You still have to get medication. You still have to get little Johnny his shoes for school or his tuition, whatever it is. Bills come in. Bills come in. And so what happens, so that $14,000, he and his wife actually took me to church with him. Union Bethel. They took me to church with him. Yeah, they did, because I met him at a gas station. I saw he had a barber's jacket on, and I was like, you know what? I try to talk to 3 people a day, and I was behind for my quota, and I was like, let me just say something to that guy. And who knew? Who knew? So anyway, but it's an awesome, yeah. So even we have chronic illness, where chronic illness, if you can't do 2 to 6 activities of daily living for 90 days, or dementia or Alzheimer's, right? It'll pay you monthly. So it's an income replacement or supplemental long-term care. These policies are loaded. They're awesome. And again, the money, if you have any, your financial plan does not have life insurance as the foundation, then it's not a sound financial plan. Yeah, absolutely.
It's so much information. So listen, I don't even have time to take a break because I know. Do you need?
You sure?
Okay, yeah. No, I need a break right quick. So I just need a couple of seconds. Thank you so much. So we'll be right back, y'all. Give us a couple of seconds, and we'll be right back. Yes.
Yeah, I'm getting them. I know.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. My name is Ebony. Hi, Ebony. My name is Ebony, and I have my own clothing apparel called GURL Apparel, and I also have my own live stream radio show that I allow business owners to come on and promote businesses and so forth. I can relate. I have twin boys. They're 22. One's in the Navy and one's in the Army. So I want to thank all of that for your service and everything. I appreciate you, love you, sending you love, prosperity, and light, and thank you.
All right.
Say that you love me, but I don't. You say you'll help me when I know you won't.
Hey, y'all, we are back. I had to give her a breather because let me tell you something. There was so much information. She wasn't even breathing between all the stuff that she was telling us.
I didn't realize it. Didn't realize it.
I was like, let me give her a break because Mama was on it. Miss
Thank
Crystal
you.
was, let me tell you something. So let me stop talking and let me let her finish because she's just going to go over a couple of policies that you can get because there's quite a few. But she's just going to go over the main ones that people usually talk about, term versus preference. So go ahead, Mama.
Yep. Okay, so there's so many different policies out here, and they're going to fall in 1 or 2 categories. So you have universal, you have accidental, you have mortgage protection, you have whole life, there's term, there's permanent, there's variable. But I don't care what kind of policy you bring me, it's going to fall into one or two categories as either term, which is temporary coverage, or permanent, which is, again, permanent coverage. So if you think about this in real estate, okay, so term coverage, it's like you're renting the coverage, all right?
Yep.
And so that coverage is going to last for 10, 20, even 15 years, 10, 15, 20, or 30 years, all right? But so what happens is, think about this in real estate, term coverage, you're renting the coverage. So it's a lower cost initially, okay?
Initially.
So initially, you get that, right? So initially, so you go into it, just like, you know, you go into an apartment, and again, there's a lower cost. But what happens once your lease is over in an apartment? It goes up.
It does.
It goes up. So term is the same way. So after that 10, 15, 20, or 30 years, then your premiums adjust up, all right? And so there, again, that cost does go up on you. There's no equity or cash value that actually builds in those policies. And so you can have it, and I'm ashamed to say my parents lived in an apartment for almost 30 years before I was able to help move them out. But guess what? If you don't pay your premium or if you don't pay your rent on that apartment, then what happens? You get kicked out, right? You get kicked out. Same way with your term. You can have your term for 9 out of that 10 years, but you miss a month, and guess what? You're getting a pending lapse letter, all right? And again, so there's no cash value that builds up in it, and then the term will end. I have a 77-year-old right now I'm dealing with trying to find some coverage. She was in a 30-year term. That term is over. She's still alive. And unfortunately, now she's 77. The health isn't quite as good, and she's left now to find a final expense policy that's going to be the one we looked at, $50,000 was $500. That was a whole life. So we found another, super crazy, but we found another policy that she now has to do an exam to get into for a lower premium
at age 70 something.
At age 77. So anyway, you know, being optimistic, we'll get her into something. So, but then there's permanent, okay? So permanent is like you're owning your coverage, all right? You own it. And so the premium is a little higher. So just like you go to buy a home, it's going to be a little more expensive than it would for an apartment, all right? But then your cost is level, meaning that you lock into it today, as long as you're paying your premium, that cost is going to be level. All right, so your premium will never adjust on you. So what you start with today is what you'll pay forever. So there's no adjustment. You do have cash value. That cash value, that tax-free cash value that grows in your policy.
Awesome.
And we're going to talk about becoming your own bank. So let's, not today, certainly.
No, I'm getting all excited. I got goosebumps.
Yeah, becoming your own bank. So that's just, again, learning the advantages of cash value tax-free. So anyway, there's that cash value that builds up, and then it's, again, it's level, it's forever, and then it's owned to meet permanent needs. But I will say this, not to beat up too much on the term. It has its place in the market.
It does.
It's better to have term than nothing else. And so let's just say, again, looking at it like real estate, if you live in a house, I live in an apartment, okay? So you have the permanent, I have the term. Guess what? When you pass away and I have a term policy, your family's not going to say, well, is this term or perm? Because they don't care as long as it pays out.
Yes.
Do you get what I'm saying? So it is better to have something. Do I prefer permanent? Of course I do, because there's more you can do with it. But again, just like the analogy, if you live in a house, I live in an apartment. If it's raining outside and I go into my apartment, you go into your house, we're both dry. Same thing with the policies. Have something, some coverage, some protection. And but we will talk about how we can use cash value life insurance to create your own bank in our second segment.
Okay, so what we want to do, is there any last words you want to say? See, you got books, you got so much stuff.
Educate yourself. Listen, I always say do your own due diligence.
She's right.
If corporations and banks, which Bank of America is called BOLI, bank-owned life insurance, COLI, COLI, corporate-owned life insurance. If you have companies like Anheuser-Busch, Panera Bread, Starbucks, I mean, it's a whole list of them, JCPenney, that buy boatloads of this, like millions upon millions, even $1 billion of cash value life insurance, because it's an asset classification. Why aren't we doing it? Why aren't we doing it? And a lot of times the catch is people think it's a catch. It's not. It's not. So I have these books up here, Saving Middle America. This is another really great one, The Power of Zero, and Life Insurance, Money, Wealth, and Why the Wealthy.
You can see it.
Yeah. Oh, you can see it. Yep,
yes,
there it is. educate yourself. All right.
And
Don't
it's
take
there.
my word for it. Educate yourself, but definitely, once you feel comfortable, you've done your due diligence, reach out to me.
Yes, and how can they reach out to you?
240-595-1262 is
what's
my
your name?
personal cell, Crystal Hollingsworth. I'm also on Facebook, Crystal Hollingsworth Britain. You can look me up on Facebook. And we're also at Stewart Financial Services, sfsinc.co is our website, and my information is on there as well.
Okay, that is that is amazing. Okay, so she's going to come back on, and when we have her come back on, we are going to do questions. We got a hotline where y'all can text questions because she is there. So we will make sure we put that all in.
Awesome.
I appreciate you.
I'm
Mama.
here for it. Thank you. I appreciate you more for having me on. Thank you. This
Yay!
is such a blessing.
Yay, this
Thank
is
you.
awesome. All right, y'all. I'll be back.
What's up with y'all tonight? How y'all doing? We rolling with the, what is this here? Let's see. It's the cancers. Is this the cancers, right? Happy birthday to the superstars. Let me see who got a birthday out there. Let me see. Happy birthday, Renee. Hey, yeah. Also, shout out to my man Boo in the building. And JJ Smith is here too. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Wow. Yeah. Also, Miss Amy got a birthday. Linda and Kathy and Lester got a birthday, y'all. Grown folk style. Hi, Jeannie.
so misty ray that gently touches my soul.
Y'all like that one?
It cools the fire that burns in me. I simply lose control.
Y'all warmed up now.
Okay, y'all, let me tell you, we got so much positive energy going on in this studio today. You don't understand the love that we are giving each other. Okay, so I have another amazing queen over here. Don't play with me. Miss Coretta.
Yes.
I love her because she looked at her with her eyelashes with me. She said yes. And she held on to the S. Yes. So anyway, let me tell y'all something. Now, y'all know our rocks. Anything natural. Anything somebody making in their kitchen or whatever may have you using natural products. When I say I am all about that life, y'all know how I am. I'm good with the eating clean and my water for the most part. And y'all know with this natural products, and it's coming from my sisters. And it makes me happy. All this creative energy, all of this intelligence sitting over here in my face.
Yeah.
And so I'm very excited. So I have Miss Coretta with 803 Natural.
Yes.
Bath and body products.
Natural body products.
Okay. Okay. So go ahead, Mama. Break it down because we got so much stuff to cover. Again, I'm talking fast. Go, Mama.
Okay. So hi, I'm Coretta Johnson, the owner and artisan of 803 Natural. Natural body products are all natural body product line that's formulated to feed your skin.
See? Okay, go ahead.
So this is exciting. I'm so excited to be here with Ebony on Ouch Girl on boxwave.com. And we're just going to talk about conditioning our skin. We're going to talk a little bit about Mother's Day that's coming up next Sunday, a week from today.
This is
I
good
have
gifts.
Very good gifts. Two Mother's Day gift sets that you can find on my website, 803natural.com, for that are both priced at a value that you can afford them to give as gifts to the moms, the mothers in your life, the mother figures in your life. So visit 803natural.com, and we're going to just sample and scrub and condition our skin today with the products that are in the gift set. The all-natural raw organic sugar body scrub, the body elixir, which is a body oil you can use from head to toe. You can get it unscented or scented. And then scented, yes. We love to smell good. I love to smell good.
Me too.
Then we also... we're going to play a little bit with the shea butter, which is she just smelled acai zest. I know it's kind of hard to figure out which scent is the best scent for you or which scent you'll like. Oh, my
goodness.
But acai zest, let me just say, is our number one selling fragrance. It has been our number one selling fragrance from for 2 years now. For 2 years. It always has a close second, but it's always number one. That's because it's a really nice, fresh berry zest scent that's also unisex. Men love acai zest. So it is a great unisex scent. It's fresh. It smells good all year. So when you go to the website, if you're trying to decide on which scent and you're not sure, I would suggest acai zest first. If you're a natural person, you may or earthy natural scents. French lavender honey is a great one. You get the earthy balance of the French lavender with just a hint of honey. That's a great one. Or you can go with just French lavender, which we all love. That's relaxing, calming, earthy. Patchouli is an option. I love patchouli. People always say it smells like dirt, but that's okay. I'll take that dirt smell.
I'm sorry.
Frankincense is one that I love. You have to really like earthy scents to appreciate frankincense, but it is a great earthy scent that's also available on the website. So we're going to do a quick little hand scrub here on Ebony. And so I know she's so excited, but exfoliating is the one step that I feel like is left out of our skincare routine.
It is.
And I always recommend to people, when they come and they say, I have really dry skin, no matter what I use, my skin is dry. And the first question I ask, do you exfoliate? And sometimes they say no, and sometimes they're like, yeah. I was like, exfoliate. Exfoliate,
Yes.
exfoliate. What you need to do is help your skin turn over the dead skin cells.
Okay.
So, exfoliating 2 to 3 times a week, depending on your skin. Your skin will tell you how often you need to exfoliate. If you do it on Monday and you notice on Friday your arms are dry again, you're seeing flakes, you're noticing dry skin on your legs, exfoliate again. I have my routine set. I'm Wednesday and Sunday
Awesome.
my exfoliating days. If I'm drier, like we're coming out of winter, we're coming out of colder months. So many of us are now experiencing dry skin right before, we go into summer. Exfoliate. Start exfoliating now. Exfoliate all winter. So when summer gets here, your skin is ready, it's glowing, it's conditioned. So this is an all-natural, raw, organic sugar scrub that Ebony is going to be using on her hands. It's a full-body scrub, but for, purposes today on the show, we're just going to do it on her hands.
Oh, you did it on the TV. I love
Oh,
Ron.
look.
Ron
yay.
is awesome.
And so you're just going to do
Sorry.
on your hands, top
Okay.
and bottom, just like you're washing your
and
hands.
then just wash my hands. Okay,
Just
this
wash
is
your hands in the bowl.
awesome. And I
so-
wash the back of my hands as
Yep,
well?
yep, and get your cuticles good. Get
I
any
sure
little
will.
dry areas on your hands, the top of your knuckles.
I
Sometimes
sure
in
will.
between your fingers. And so this is a full body scrub. You do this from the neck to your toes. In the summer months or all months, I recommend people do this. Add a little bit to a pumice stone in your
I have
shower
that.
and
Okay.
scrub your feet.
That's, yeah, because I'm
keep
about
your-
my toes.
Yeah, keep
my
your feet, keep your heels nice and moisturized, and not building up callus or dead skin on your feet. Do that all year. And so you just want to scrub. You want to remove all the dry skin from your hands, and then we're going to rinse them off.
Okay.
And then you get to feel the amazing after effect of exfoliating.
And then you hear the water. It's all therapeutic.
Yes,
and
it's
stuff.
all therapeutic.
She is amazing.
And so now that you've exfoliated, and the one thing about this scrub is that it's also whipped with shea butter. So you're exfoliating, conditioning, and moisturizing your skin all in one step, which is what we want to do. People always often say, I don't have time to exfoliate because, I'm jumping in the shower, I'm washing them out. So if I wanted to come up with something that could help eliminate all the steps that people feel that will take up too much time with exfoliating.
I'm sorry.
With exfoliating. So the shea butter is whipped into this scrub. So it is shea butter, it's avocado oil, it's a little coconut oil, and then it is the raw organic sugar, which is a gentle exfoliating scrub. So if you have sensitive skin, if your skin, you have maybe some wounds or some things on your skin, acne, you want to go with the raw sugar scrub. I do offer a salt sugar scrub, but the salt will burn if you have sensitive skin.
Yes.
You will get a little bit of irritation from the salt. The burning, it doesn't last, and it doesn't bother me. But if you have any type of open wounds, if you have sensitive skin, you will get some irritation from the salt. So you want to start with the sugar. My Hey Sugar Scrub is on the website. It's called Hey Sugar Raw Organic Sugar Scrub. And it's also whipped with shea, so you're still going to get that exfoliating, conditioning, moisturizing scrub that I love, that we all need to do. We all should be exfoliating as often as you can.
Yep.
I recommend 2 to 3 times a week. The older we get, the longer it takes for our skin to turn over the dead skin cells. Did you know that?
No, Mama, and I need to know.
Yes. So the older we get, the longer it takes. So we want to aid our skin in turning over those dead skin cells. That's how you get your natural glow. That's how you get your nice, soft, beautiful skin all year long, not just in the summer. I need beautiful, soft skin all year.
This makes me happy.
So, so we just use the scrub. Ebony's hand, look at her hands. If you can see, look at that glow. Look at that glow on her hands. Yes. So just imagine your whole body feeling like that. And now because you use the shea butter, you may not feel like you need anything else. Like your hands may not feel like you need to put lotion or oil on because the shea butter is in there. But the other item that is in the gift set and that we also have available on the website is our all over body elixir, which is a combination of oils. It's a combination of castor, avocado, and sesame seed oil. Good oils. All good oils, all conditioning, moisturizing, nourishing oils. You constantly want to feed your skin. If you want great skin, you have to feed your skin good products. Yeah. If you want bad skin, put bad stuff on your skin.
Awesome.
So, I mean, it's the same thing with our bodies. If we want great, healthy, working bodies, we feed our bodies
and you're right.
Good food.
Yep, you're right.
Clean food.
You're right.
Vitamins, supplements. The same thing is for our skincare. You want to move to a place where you have no chemicals in your skincare. You want clean skincare because our skin is our biggest organ. So whatever we put on our skin is being absorbed into our bodies. Yep. Right, so you want to read the ingredients on all of your products. You want to know what's in your products. So we're going to use this conditioner oil, which can also be used on your hair.
Yeah, because I wear mine natural. I just do a wash and go and keep it moving.
You can just do a little bit and just go from the roots to the ends and moisturize your hair. And so you're just, and so you want to just put that all over. And this
not playing no games.
And so this oil is best when you are freshly bathed. So coming out the shower, coming out of the tub, put this on while you're still damp, from neck to toe. Put it on and just let it absorb into your skin while you're still wet. Let this oil absorb into your skin.
Yes, ma'am.
And air dry.
Yes.
And air dry. And you now, if you exfoliate it, and you put this body elixir on top, you are ready to go. We're moving into warmer months, depending on where you are in the country. And you don't want to have on a lot of product. You don't want to use a lot of product because it's hot outside. You may perspire, you may be sweating, whatever. So the less products you can use is best. So you want the best moisturizing products for your skin. So you put that on, you're good to go.
This makes me happy.
Now, and so we haven't even used shea butter. So, but Ebony's going to be all nice and moisturized when I leave the show. So this is our shea butter body whip that's available in 2 sizes, 4 ounce and 8 ounce. Here we have the 8 ounce jar here showing, but we also have a 4 ounce. And so you just need a little goes a long way with natural products. You just want to put it on and spread. Ebony's like taking her sleeve. Yeah, I should have told her to wear short sleeves today. And so you just want to put this on. And what a lot of people will say about shea butter is that it's hard and
it melts just as soon as you put it on.
Look at that.
It melts as soon as you put it on.
I try to tell people it melts. Look at that.
It melts as soon as you put it on.
As soon as I put it on, it melts.
And
so because it's a whip.
Yep.
It's a whip.
Yep.
Butter.
And it smells amazing.
And it smells amazing.
Ron, turn to my face. It smells amazing.
It smells amazing.
Because
we all want to smell good.
We do. So let me look. I'll be back in a minute. Give me a minute. Come back because this is ridiculous here. I gotta purchase some items. Okay. Well, I'll be back in 1 minute. Okay, y'all, because it's a lot. Thank you.
Okay.
want you to know this is not the show. Curtis Blow. My name is Tom Steve and I'm good to go. When I'm setting up camp in stereo. I graduated from the school of the week. I got a diploma on how to make it sweet. It's kind of two drinks with the best, with the human beatbox. Fresh and fresh. Oh yes, the style, of course with finesse. I'm headed for the top, won't settle for less. I'm throwing down with the touch of class and with an inner city beat to make you shake your don't try to put me in the category because I'm not a DJ and I'm not an MC. I'm just in love with the size of beat and with the unique style. I want to take it to the street. Take it to the top. 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 What? Make it mellow. Make it mellow. Make it mellow. Make it mellow. Alright, this time I'm gonna crush the beat by myself. Just me, the mic, and nobody else. This is human beatbox, it's different than most. It's not real drums, but it comes real close. I got it like that, and it ain't no thing. I make the beat shake, the body shake.
Okay, y'all, let me tell y'all something. We had to go to break because so many people want to purchase items before they left because this stuff smells so good. You don't understand. And my skin is soft and she is so on it. But y'all know I'm about creativity. I'm about people jumping out and accepting and acknowledging and accepting their genius. And that's exactly what she did. So I need her to tell a quick story of what got her started, what made her do this, please break it down.
Yes. So I launched 803 Naturals in 2016, November 2016. After 2 years of making products and trying products and testing products, I'm sure that I tested products for way too long, like longer than they would, suggest that you're doing it. But for me, because I was making products that were going on the skin, it was important for me to know that they work. Mm-hmm. So it's not about just having a product out there. I need to know that they work, that people were getting results after they used the scrub, after they used the butter, after they used the elixir, that it wasn't causing any harm or, to people's skin. Everyone's skin type is different. So what may work on Ebony may not work on the next person or 3 customers down. So I just spent a lot of time doing research and making products and giving them away as gifts. Look, I was the best friend. Like, everyone always got products from me. Here, try this. Here, try this. And so I actually started the whole product making after it's like an insult to call her best friend because she's really like a sister to me. After Katrina, who's been on here, one day we were out taking a walk and she asked me, had I found a body spray to use after you worked out and you may need to spray to freshen up because you may need to make a stop before you get home and you just need to freshen up so you don't offend anyone along the way because you sweaty and smell. And so I was like, no, I haven't found one that's natural, but I'm sure I can make it. Like, I'm sure I can make it. Like, who says that? I'm sure I can just make one. And so it was it's her asking me that question planted the seed for me starting to research making that body spray, which led me to my love and passion for shea butter, which led me to elixir, which led me to the next oil, which led me to the next butter. And so it just blossomed from there. And before I know it, I was like into making body products, and I was just doing it for fun. And I was on a soul searching journey, working with a life coach, trying to find like my passion because I was, having some success in my entrepreneur endeavors, but not really like breaking, right? So we, so many of us try so many things when we have that entrepreneur spirit, and I wasn't like breaking through.
Oh, I know.
And so I was falling into blocks and had to keep going back to the drawing board, And then one day she said to me, this natural products thing keeps popping up in your work. Because, she forced me to do the work. Life coaches, if your life coach isn't forcing you and stretching you to do the work to find your path, then you probably should consider switching a life coach. But she's like, it keeps popping up. So I think we need to explore that.
Okay.
And once she said that, I was like, really? And she was like, yeah. And so I did. And we put a plan in place, a launch date.
Awesome.
She forced me to figure out what my company would look like, what it would represent, a start date. And I did. And then along the way, I met more people, and I was giving them my products. And they were like, you need to stop with this. You need to put this product in a jar and sell it. And I'm like, really? And so it just all came to place. November 2016, I launched 803 Natural, and here we are going into almost our third year business. And it's been amazing.
I know, and it smells amazing.
And it's still growing, and I still feel, all the products are handmade by me, and so it is really a love, a passion for products. I've always been a product person. I loved products. I could go and spend hours in Sephora or hours in a natural food store just looking at products. So it wasn't too far out of the realm for me to be in a natural body products line. But I would say 10 years ago, I never thought that I would have my own line. But here I am.
Happy.
Here it is today. The baby was birthed in 2016.
Yes. See, all that creative energy. See what I'm saying? All of that. She surrounded herself with amazing people. She had her friend Katrina. See, that's what I'm saying. And
Friends matter.
Yeah.
Friends matter.
Them good ones.
And I know she didn't know that question would spark a whole product line. We just needed some body spray to use after we worked out or to freshen up. Yeah.
It was a domino effect. So what items do you have? Because I need to make sure you get all this in and how to follow you and all that
stuff. What items I have today that are here on display is the 8-ounce Mother's Day gift set. So it is beautifully packaged in the box with the bow. And on top of the box is fresh lavender, so they will get a little fresh lavender with their gift set that they can display. You can even burn lavender to get the aroma from the leaves that are on it. 8-ounce shea butter body scrub, 8-ounce organic raw sugar. 8-ounce shea butter body whip, an 8-ounce shea butter raw organic sugar body scrub, an 8-ounce body elixir, and they'll get the large size rollerball perfume. And so mom gets everything to have her skin looking beautiful and smelling amazing. She'll just be smelling amazing for months to come after Mother's Day. And these are now available. You have to order by Wednesday if they need to be shipped. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know how that works.
Because Mother's Day is next Sunday.
It is.
You have to order by Wednesday. It will cut off on Wednesday if you have not placed your order that needs to be shipped. Local delivery and pickup is available. So if you're local in the DC area, you can schedule a pickup, arrange delivery for any day, Wednesday through Saturday. But in order to have your items shipped, you have to place your order by Wednesday.
Awesome. And how can they contact you, follow you, social media, whatever you have available, websites?
803natural.com is the website. On Facebook, 803natural. On Instagram, 803natural.
And that's the numbers, 803 and the word natural. Let me tell y'all something. This smells amazing. So y'all know I'm about to get into this. I'm about to dig right into it. I'm serious. Miss Coretta, I appreciate you, Mama. This stuff is amazing. Y'all, like I always tell you, make sure y'all jump. If y'all got something creative in your head, that's your passion, that makes you wake up in the morning and be like, this is what I want to do, please do it. You have to jump. That's what I did with the clothing line and everything else. You have to jump. When you jump, it's like everything just starts coming to you because you took that leap of faith.
Absolutely. See? Absolutely. Jumping.
Okay.
Jumping.
See, she's
jumping is half the battle.
It
Just
is.
jumping out there.
It is.
Yeah, and you're gonna be scared jumping, and you're
Yes,
gonna
you
be
are.
scared when you're doing
You're
it.
gonna cry.
Just, yeah,
You're
you're
gonna do all of that.
All of that. All of that. But you have to do it. How else will it happen? So
She's right.
Yeah, I know you've heard the phrase "do it scared," and that's for real. Do it scared every day. Wake up scared. Do it scared. Go to bed scared.
Yeah.
Pray your way through it.
Yep. Yep.
And surround yourself with great people and have confidence and believe in yourself, and you'll make happen what's supposed to happen.
I love that. I'm going to let her end with that. So I'm about to go. I appreciate y'all. Y'all make sure this is Mother Day items that are available now. You only have till Wednesday to get them. 803 Naturals on ING, Facebook, 803natural.com, everything. Y'all, please. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you, Mama.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
Bye,
you.
y'all.
Bye.
I'm